Hello and welcome back to Lorcana Villain. My name is Baker and today we're taking a look at the top 8 deck lists for an online Lorcana event. This event took place on Pixelborn and it is our largest Lorcana event to date. This event had 242 players and I did report on an event last season, so we're going back a couple of months now. But between 1 or 2 months ago, it was PPG Miami. And when I did that video, I was of the belief that it was 256 players. I found out after the video went live that that was the amount of people registered, but it was actually 237 players that actually took place. This event was 242, so it is now officially our largest tournament that Lorcana has ever had. It was exclusively online on the Pixelborn client. Massive shout out to Pavel for the gift of Pixelborn. But yeah, this was a big tournament. There were 8 rounds. It was best of 3, 45-minute rounds. It was all done via an official Discord. They had different rooms set out for all the different matches. They gave out pairings, and you just joined the Discord room that associated with the pairing that you got. And it was 45 minutes, and then it went to time. So, like, when it got to 45-minute point, there would have been judges from the server going into rooms to supervise the final turn. So yeah, it was held for, I didn't compete, but from what I've heard, I know a lot of people that competed in it, and from what I hear, it was really well organized. So massive congratulations to Lorcana Play Network. And there was indeed some prizing. First place was $500, second place was $250, third place was $100. Top 4, you received both Rise of the Floodborn and First Chapter troves and a custom play mat for using on Pixelborn. And then the top 8 received 2 theme decks, 2 booster packs, a play mat as well, a custom one for Pixelborn, and a stamped promo. And then even top 16 got boosters, they got the play mat as well. And then top 32 got Lorcana coins, and Lorcana coins is a currency that the Lorcana Play Network are offering for competing in their tournament. You got 5 just for being involved. I haven't looked in depth of what you can exchange them for, but there is an official app that you can get, and you can use your Lorcana coins to get some in-app rewards. So all this stuff will be linked down below. Feel free to go check it out a bit further yourself. I'm just here to report on the lists really, but the Discord will also be linked down below, and definitely go join the Discord, give them a follow on Twitter, all that stuff, because from what I can understand, the plan is to do many more of these tournaments. And yeah, this was apparently really well run. There was no top 8 cut. They just did the 8 rounds, and then prizing just went to the first 8 people. I'm going to assume this is a time thing. I do think it's a bit of a shame, to be honest. Like, for me, it always feels a bit like getting to the end of God of War 3 and you're face to face with Zeus and you just go, you know what? We don't need to do this, big man. I made it here. I'm happy. I sound like I'm taking the mick, and I'm not. I'm sure there was a good reason, which I haven't researched in depth. But yeah, it's a shame there wasn't a top 8 cut, but nonetheless, it made the Swiss rounds all the more intense. You had to do well to assure your top placement. And yeah, a lot of players, a lot of deck lists. So yeah, we're going to take a look at the list. I am a little late getting this up. I was waiting all day yesterday for these lists to go live, and by the time they came online, it was just about to start running a D&D campaign, which took me through to like 2 in the morning, and then I was far too tired, so I am a little late in getting to this. But yeah, I also said that there was the top 8 lists. I've actually got 10 lists for you. I'll tell you why we've got 10 lists when we get to them, and right at the end of the video I will be opening some Rise of the Floodborn booster packs. I've got 8 packs here to open, so without any further ado, let's take a look at the lists. So I'm really sorry to have to tell you this, but we have 6 Ruby Amethyst lists, we have 1 Steel Amber, and we have 1 Amber Amethyst. So yeah, this meta is solved, unfortunately. But yeah, Ruby Amethyst with the biggest showing and taking the crown. In first place, we've got Michael with some good old-fashioned Ruby Amethyst control. We see no Arthur's in this list, so we're not hard on the bounce. But yeah, let's take a look. We've got 6 1-drops, but 3 copies of Olaf, 3 copies of Mini. We've got our standard count of Snake, Fox, 4 Maleficent, only 3 Goats, 4 Rabbit, and we also see the Merlin Crab, who is gaining a lot of popularity just for his ability to make our 1-drops really strong, being able to take out opposing Madam Mims, the Snake or the Fox or the Goat, or just so much that they can suddenly now deal with as a 1-drop, and you just get so much value just for putting down Merlin, and of course his ability will trigger when he leaves the field as well. So yeah, Merlin is creeping into these lists and consistently showing up in top 8 placements. So yeah, put some respect on the crab. We got 4 copy of Stylish Surfer Mini for that early aggressive questing, nice evasive character, which is quite hard to remove. We talked about the Merlin stuff. 4 Maui, 3 Yzma, all the way in on 4 Lady Tremaine. We see 2 Ursula Power Hungry making her way into the list, and there's another top 8 Ruby Amethyst list that's also running her. Makes sense to me. Like, it's like this matchup, especially in the mirror, is just becoming a, hey, I got my goat and did bouncy things and my spell book quicker than you did. So sometimes being able to, like, this Lore Denial, and obviously you can bounce back the Ursula and keep playing this, is really nice, and then you're also drawing a card. So yeah, I like the inclusion of the Ursula, similar to, like, we saw a couple of decks that were running the Aladdin package, like, more than anything just for the extra Lore Denial. So also lets us draw a card here and quests for 3, so lots of pressure. We got 4 copies of Maleficent. That is quite commonly becoming only a 2 or 3 drop, but all in on the 4 count for Michael, the first place list. Only 3 copies of Teeth and Ambition, great against aggro, and it also helps you to deal with opposing Stylish Surfer minis. We got 4 friends on the other side, 4 Be Prepared, and 1 Sorcerer's Spellbook. So no Arthur in here, and I've said before, as soon as you play Arthur, you are playing a very different game. I think it's still fine to run 1 or 2 Arthurs and not have it be your all-in, and just like have it as a late game threat that you can put on the board to not only threat big questing, but also threat, oh, I'm going to bounce back my Tremaine or my Ursula or my Maleficent if you don't deal with this. But we're seeing also a lot of lists that are just cutting it completely, looking to go as optimal as possible just on the far more aggressive side of Ruby Amethyst. So yeah, list looks good. Congratulations to Michael. We'll skip 2nd and 3rd place lists because they are different colours. Let's do all the Ruby Amethyst in a row. In 4th place, we've got Shadow Control. 6 1-drops again, 2 Olaf, 4 Mini. Once again, we're seeing the 4 Snake, the 4 Fox. We see 2 Crab again, putting in some work. Crab Battle. We see 4 Maleficent, all in on the Goat and the Rabbit. We see the 4 Stylish Surfer Mini. We also see the 2 Talkative Puppet Pinocchio, which I really like as a tech, against aggro, which we've also got the Teeth and Ambitions later on the list to help, but just being able to exert opposing characters is just usually strong. So I like the 2 count of Pinocchio. We also see just one copy of Peter Pan's Shadow, not stitched on, 4 cost, uninkable, 2/3 stat line, quests for 2, has both evasive and rush, and most importantly really the tiptoe ability. Your other characters with rush gain evasive, so our Madam Im Fox and our Maui suddenly are now evasive, so they can deal with the Stylish Surfer Mini, and they're just annoying because they can't go into ours if we're in the mirror. Their Fox can't go into our Fox if we've got Peter Pan Shadow on the board, so I like that. Maui, as I said, only 2 copies of Yzma, 4 Lady Tremaine. I think 4 is probably the right count for Tremaine, to be honest, and I think 2 is the right count for Maleficent, so I like this. 3 Teeth and Ambition, as I said, 4 Friends, 4 Be Prepared, and 2 Sorcerer's Spellbook. Once again, no Arthur. We also see nothing like Dragon's Fire, and not even things like, well, the Most Diabolical Scheme. And sometimes we see like the 2-cost Lady Tremaine as a shift target, and like the Queen of Hearts to pair up with the Most Diabolical Scheme. But no, our removal is just Tremaine, Maleficent, Be Prepared, obviously, and then hopefully we're just challenging into things and taking them off the board the old-fashioned way. So yeah, list looks good. Congratulations to Alex. Next up, we've got Michael. List looks pretty much the same in 5th place. We do see the 8 1-drops, which I do respect. It hurts to be playing 6 and not see those 1-drops. I can tell you from experience. We're seeing the 2 Talkative Puppet in here, 2 Crab again. This is looking really standard. Only 3 Tremaine, 2 Maleficent, all in on the Teeth and Ambitions, 2 Spellbook here, but other than that, pretty much same as the last list, just a few preferences in terms of card count, which is fine. So yeah, congratulations to Michael. Next up, we've got James with, again, pretty much the same list. We've got 7 1-drops here. The most interesting part of comparing Ruby Amethyst lists is how many 1-drops they're playing. Why? But we see 7 1-drops. We see our standard counts of Snake, Fox, 2 Crab, 4 Maleficent, 4 Rabbit, 4 Goat. We see the 2 Talking Puppet. I went northern there. We see 4 copies of Minnie Mouse. I'm going a bit delirious looking at these same lists. I'm not going to lie. If there's another route, there is a route. We'll sing it. We'll just sing it all. Why not? We got 3 Maui, which I do respect. I think 3 can be a fair count. 2 Yzma, 3 Tremaine, 3 Maleficent, 4 Teeth and Ambitions, 4 Friends, 4 Be Prepared, and 2 Sorcerer's Spellbook. Snap. I get yours. Yeah, but like I'm making jokes, but I would do it. If I was playing in this event, I would have played pretty much the same thing, because I'd have been like, I want to win. I want to do well. So, yeah, I'm going to play the best deck. But, yeah, congratulations to James on a 6th place finish. We'll skip the 7th place list, because it's actually different. It's actually different Ruby Amethyst Control. But this one's pretty much the same. Pick a Disney song. Part of Your World just came into my mind. Look at these 1-drops. There's about 8. This person really didn't want to miss turn 1 drop. We've got 4 snake, 4 fox, 2 crab. That's pretty standard. There's a goat. Menace to the meta. We see 4 stylish surfer mini and 2 Pinocchio. 4 Maui, 3 Lady Tremaine, don't you know? 3 Ursula, that's respect. We want to deny them some lore. And draw cards, then we play our Maleficent. We've only got 3, that's enough. 4 teeth and ambitions. We hate aggro. 4 friends on the other side. 4 be prepared. No sorcerer's spellbook. I have lost the plot. If you find it, please return it to me. But yeah, I really like the 3 Ursula. Maybe, I think 3 is probably too many, but this person came 8th, did really well. So listen to the data, Baker. But yeah, I do like the Ursula as an overall include. Yeah, I like the Pinocchio. Yeah, this we can all see why it did well. Congratulations to Kyle. 7th place list, slightly different, a little bit of spice. We see Ruby Amethyst, Purple Bounce Control. So we've got only the 4 1-drops, the 4 Lone Olaf. We see our standard count of Snake, Fox, Maleficent, Goat, and Rabbit. No Crab Battle in this. Only 2 copies of Stylish Surfer Mini. We do see the 2 Baby Lady Tremaine as a shift target for our 4 Imperial Queen. Is it Imperial? Imperious? The Queen. She be queening. So yeah, we see that. But we also see 3 copies of Arthur for our bounce mechanics, and 4 copies of... Sorry, I got incredibly tongue-tied there, so I'm going to start again. 4 copies of LeFou to re-ready our Arthur, keep him safe, and just re-readying all our things in general. We talked about the Surfer Mini. We got 3 Maui. We also see 3 Madam Mim Purple Dragon, which I haven't tested much, to be honest. We saw it in a top 8 list quite early into the season, but then not since. But yo, 7th place finish in the biggest tournament of all time. You got to listen to the data. And yeah, with the 3 Arthur, we just far more all in on the bouncing. I imagine the Baby Lady Tremaine got a lot of value out of that as well, actually. And we also see 2 copies of Elsa making her way back into format. We haven't seen her for a while, but she remains strong. 8 cost uninkable. 4/6 shift, which is irrelevant in this list because we're not playing any baby Elsas. 3 lore. And the ability when you play this character, choose up to exert up to 2 chosen characters. They can't ready at the start of the next turn. So yeah, Elsa was also always strong. She's fallen off this format, but Bradley repping her big in this tournament. So I like it. I like it. 3 copies of Maleficent, 3 Teeth and Ambitions, 4 friends, and 3 Be Prepared. So yeah, a little bit difference here, leaning more into the bounce stuff. The Elsa and the Purple Dragon is definitely new, so refreshing to see. And yeah, a 7th place finish. So yeah, congratulations to Bradley. Okay. Away from the Ruby Amethyst. Let's get some Steel Amber for a change. Okay, we got some Steel Amber Lantern Rock songs piloted by Alex to a 2nd place victory. We have 4 copies of Ballroom Sensation Cinderella, who will be able to sing our 3 copies of Storm Rage on, 4 copies of Strength of a Raging Fire, 4 copies of A Whole New World, 3 copies of Grab Your Swords, Grab Your Bow. I've lost it, guys. It's first thing in the morning and I've lost it. We are all in on the lanterns in this particular list, so yeah, Cinderella can sing a lot of these songs cheaply. We also see 2 copies of the Knight in Training Cinderella to help us find particular cards. And I was gearing myself up to say, and of course these Cinderellas can shift onto our Stout-Hearted Cinderella, but be gone, Stout-Hearted Cinderella. You are not here. No love for Stout-Heart Cinderella. So these baby ones literally, like Alex saying, no, I'm not playing the Stout-Hearted, but they're still good enough for helping me search for particular pieces and for letting me sing songs cheap. And also you kind of just, like, if they don't know you're not running it, like, they kind of have to respect it in certain board states. But we see the 4/4 line of Stitch and Stitch Rockstar. Rockstar has many adoring fans here. The Cinderellas, as I said, the Stitch, the Queen, and the Simba. Simba here for some bodyguard. The Queen, who can shift onto our Floodborn Queen at a 4 cost. At a 5 cost, but 4 included in the deck. 4 copies of Ariel Spectacular Singer to find find songs and sing them cheap. We see some respect on the name of Tinkerbell Tiny Tactician, which I really like. I think Tinkerbell is one of the most slept on cards this format, to be honest, and being able to shift into it I think is really strong. I don't think enough people are playing the Tiny Tactician, in my humble opinion. So yeah, I really like the Tinkerbells. I really like the Tragic Hero Beast, one of my favourite cards from the new format. I say this every time, but it really is that good. 3 copies of Surfer Stitch for some draw, and then the songs, as I said. So yeah, list looks pretty, mostly standard modern day Steel Amber songs without the stout-hearted Cinderella, which is a surprise because I do think she is that strong. But I do like the inclusion of the Tiny Tactician Tinkerbell. So yeah, list looks good. Congratulations to Alex. And in third place, we've got Chan, who ran Amethyst, Amber, Aggro Bounce. So we see 3 copies of Ballroom Sensation Cinderella, who is here for either ink or to be a cheap way of singing Friends on the Other Side, or be our guest as well. We see 4 copies of Lilo and 4 copies of Maleficent, both 1-drops, uninkable, but quest for 2 for some nice aggro. 4 copies of Pascal as well in that vein. 4 copies of LeFou, also in that aggressive vein. 4 copies of Simba, Bodyguard to protect all these aggressive creatures. 4 copies of Snake to return them to our hand and protect them, as well as returning back the goat and the rabbit for bounce things. 4 copies of Pinocchio for some even more aggressive questing, the Star Attraction. 2 copies of Doc, which I really like, allowing you to get more out of your turns if you're able to quest with him for 2 and then lower the cost of all your next character. So yeah, able to cheat out a couple of extra characters in a turn, I dare say. 4 copies of Arthur. We're a bounce aggro deck. This makes all the sense. 4 copies of Fox to be able to respond to the opposing board. Goat and Rabbit, as I said, for drawing and unfair quest gaining. 4 copies of Befuddle, which I think is really strong, good in the mirror against opposing aggro and just slowing down Ruby Amethyst, or even against Steel Amber, returning that Cinderella back so that they're not threatening the turn to free Storm Rage on or something like that. So yeah, I really like Befuddle, and then these songs, as I said. So yeah, list looks pretty standard to Amber, Amethyst, aggro. Don't see anything new that we've compared to other lists that we've seen top 8 similar to this, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. This works, did really well. Congratulations to this person. And that is our top 8 lists, but I've got 2 more to show you. One of them is not even from this tournament. We'll look at that last. But the last one I want to look at from this tournament is the 9th place list. This was piloted by, I never know if I'm pronouncing this surname correctly. I think it's Zach Biven or Biven. I'm not sure. Please correct me, Zach, if you're watching this. But yeah, Zach, it's not someone I'm going to claim to know well. We've had a couple of casual conversations on social media, both through DMs and just public tweets. Seems like a really nice guy. Has done giveaways for his entire deck twice. So you've probably heard of this person. And it's quite well known just in the TCG scene. He was a former number 9 in the Pokemon TCG World Rankings. I think he's got 7 top 8 placements in Lorcana 1K so far. So yeah, quite a well-known player in the scene. Came 9th, missing top 8 purely from points. Which is a shame, but I'm mostly covering this not only because this is a respected player who I think we should pay attention to what they have to say about a deck, but they're running something that's different from the rest of the top 8, so I thought this was worth the include. So we've got Zach Biven with some Amethyst Steel. I've just called this chip control. You could call it tempo control, whatever pleases you. But yes, Steel Amethyst. So we have only 4 1-drops in the Olaf. Our 2-drops, we've got the Force Snake, and we've got 3 copies of Prince Eric as a nice challenger to respond to opposing boards. Like, nice cheap way to threaten opposing boards, being able to hit 3, and the 3 wall power sometimes sticks. We've got the 4 copies of Madam Mim Fox, 3 Goat, 4 Rabbit, 3 Maleficent, 2 Benja, respecting the meta to answer the opposing Porpsicles, Lanterns, Sleepy's Flutes, Spellbooks, all that sort of thing. We do see the 4 Tiny Tactician Tinkerbell and the 4 Floodborn as well. Put some respect on the name. This should be working its way back into your steel decks. I'm telling you. The normal bounce stuff. We've got 4 Tragic Hero Beast. I've said all of the good things about him. 3 Yzma, which I've noticed from one of Zach's posts online where he was talking about the deck. He said was here purely as an answer to opposing stout-hearted Cinderellas. Of course, it can also be used to bounce your own rabbit or goat or even anything just for the card draw. But he said that the primary use of this was just to get rid of that stout-hearted. 4 Tink, as I said, we see the 4 Elsa. So respect on the name of Elsa. Maybe she starts slipping back into lists as well. Only 3 copies of Friends on the other side, 3 copies of Storm Rage on, 2 Raging Fire, 4 Grab Your Swords, and 2 Spellbook. My only question with Zach would be, why only 3 Friends? That's the only thing here that I would look at this list and immediately think that I would want the 4th. But they're a better player than me, so I'm sure they've got a reason. But other than that, yeah, not a list that we see commonly. Steel Amethyst seems to be a bit of a sleeper rogue deck. And yeah, Zach piloted it to a 9th place finish here, so really like to see this. So yeah, congratulations to Zach. And the last list that I'm going to look at is, I'll be honest, I don't even know where this tournament. This was someone that tweeted me saying that they won a winner box event and showing me their deck. And they added a screenshot. I think it was only 10 players. I may be completely wrong there, and the screenshot that they posted was only like 1 page, and it was missing players. Let me know, Christopher, if you're watching, because I will. If that's wrong, I will add a pinned comment. But I don't think it was the biggest field. But they tweeted me their deck list. They were proud of how they did. I like the list. It's not Ruby Amethyst or Steel Alba, so like it's a bit more interesting to look at. I just think it was nice that Christopher thought to post this on Twitter and tag me in it, and the fact that they clearly would like it featured, I think is really lovely. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to make a thing of like. I don't want to start a thing of like, if you just tweet me your deck, I will cover it. But if you win an event, tweet it to me, and like, I'm not saying I definitely will, but if I can find an opportunity, then I will add it into a top 8 list here somewhere, because why not? You know, let's give some people a spotlight. But yeah, Christopher won a winner box event. They called this deck I'm Damaged, and same, so I haven't changed the name. So yeah, but we've got some Relentless Beasts, some Emerald Steel. We've got 6 1-drops, 4 Captain Hook, and 2 Duke of Weaselton, 4 Flynn Rider for some aggressive questing and some hand disruption, 4 copies of Knight in Training Cinderella. We do see the Stout-Hearted as well later on in the list. 3 copies are there, which is obviously just really strong in and of itself, and the Knight in Training can find key pieces to go with this Stout-Hearted Cinderella. We got 3 Storm Rage on, 2 Strength of a Raging Fire, and 4 Grab Your Sword, so a respectable song count. 3 Robin Hood for that ping, because we are playing the Relentless Beast later on in the list. Only 1 copy though. 4 Cheshire Cat, and we are also seeing the shifted Floodborn Cheshire Cat later on in the list at a 4 count. Not very common, so I like to see it. We got 2 copies of Benja, respecting the meta, removing those items. We once again see 4 copies of Tiny Tactician Tinkerbell and 4 of the Floodborn. We also see Hans 13th in line, who Christopher said was a bit of an MVP in the list for them. For 1 copy of the is it Wolfsbane? Yeah, Wolfsbane Beast with the rush ability and roar. When you play this character, exert all opposing damaged characters. So obviously that's going to work well with our Robin Hood and just all of our chip related stuff. The Beast, as I said, a bit of an underperformer in this format, but did well for Chris, just at a 1 count. So it wasn't all in. It was just an extra thing that he could they could utilize. 6 cost Inkable, 4/5, and the second wind ability. Whenever an opposing character is damaged, you may ready this character. Quest for 2 and can just keep questing. We talked about Tink and the Cinderella and the Cheshire Cat. 4 Ring the Bell to take advantage of our ability to ping lots of things. And yeah, then these songs as well. So yeah, well done, Chris. It's nice to see a slightly different, nice to see some Emerald, specifically some Relentless Beast Emerald taking home a dub. So yeah, big up, Christopher. Congratulations to you. And that's it for the top 8 deck list for the Lorcana Play Network event. Technically top 9 deck list and an extra 1. But yeah, apologies, this one's a little late, but there is also another event that took place over the weekend. So expect another top 8 deck list video to go up within 24 hours of this one. But thank you so much for watching. We are now going to open some packs. I will power down the layer so that we don't have green screen issues. But yeah, if you're not interested in the pack opening, I will post my pulls as a community post. So if you're not sticking around, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. But if you are sticking around, let's open some packs. So I'm going to apologise because I opened 8 packs in my last video, and there was a comment, quite rightly, about someone saying that it almost killed them to see my inadequate reaction to pulling a foil scar. And I said this as a reply, and I'll say it again now. I didn't realise it was foil. I was singing, I was distracted, and all sorts of things. So yeah, valid. But yeah, I was excited when I realised I had a foil scar. Once again, the quality isn't going to be great for this, but we're doing it anyway. We've got a crab. We loves to see it. Can I make that better? Can I make that better? Can I get, what's the best? I think that's the best I'm able to do. We've got Baloo, we've got Ray, we've got Nothing to Hide, we've got Eudora, we've got Hercules, we've got the card soldiers, we've got Lashang, we've got Ring the Bell, we've got Pinocchio. I need another one of them. Hey, we love to pull the 4th Lady Tremaine. That's my play set. And a foil weight set, not bad at all. We're just going to open 8 packs. We're already at the half-hour mark in recordings, and I don't want to go much over that. So we will try to sort of zoom through these. We've got Legend of the Sword in the Stone. Again, apologies, the quality isn't great. We've got Ray, but you know the deal by now. We've got Ray. We've got Porpsicle. We've got Painting the Roses Red. We've got Royal Vizier Jafar. We've got You Can Fly. We've got, his name is Eli LaBeouf. We've got Bounce. We've got Cobra Bubbles. Cobra Bubbles, there you go. Another Yzma is a great pull. We love to see that. And Binding Contract is our foil. You loves to see it. Yeah, to be fair, just Yzma and Tremaine out of 2 packs is pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, I'm hoping one day I will invest in a better camera so that when I do this, it will be much higher quality for you to be able to see some cards. We've got Gaston, we've got the Gumbo Pot, we've got, we've got Sleepy, we've got, is that Charge? That is Charge. We've got the Sword in the Stone, we've got Parcher, we've got Tiana, we've got the Queen of Hearts, we get an Arthur, that's a pretty good pull, and our foil is Last Stand. Yo, I will take another Arthur, I believe. No, I already had 4, but hey, now we have an extra that we can trade or something like that. Next pack, we've got Croquet Mallet, we've got Peter Pan's Dagger, we've got Flynn Rider, we've got Basil, we got Grumpy, we've got Donald Duck, we've got the most diabolical scheme, always happy to pull one of those, we've got Dreadnought Jafar, we get Belle, we got Strength of a Raging Fire, we got the Peddler, and our foil is Lawrence. Not the greatest foil, but never fear. We've got 4 packs left to open, and I do actually have more packs here, and I'm gonna, like, I got an entire box, and I'm gonna do 8 per video until I've opened the lot. So 3 videos. We've got Dr. Facilier, we've got Minnie, we've got Panic, we've got Nothing to Hide, we've got Grumpy, we've got the Steel Broom, we've got Pinocchio. I love that art on him. We've got Dopey, we've got Judy Hopps, we've got Falling Down the Rabbit Hole, we get a Snow White, that's a really great pull, I did need more of those. We've got, and the foil is I'm Stuck. I'm very happy with the Snow White, the Yzma, the Arthur, and the Tremaine are already pretty good pulls there, just like being staples, but we move. We got the Sword in the Stone, Legend of the Sword in the Stone, we've got Rhea, we've got the Enchantress, we've got Porpsicle, we've got Painting the Roses Red, Let the Storm Rage On, we've got the Goat, the Menace on the Meta, we've got Doc, we've got Judy Hopps, we've got Flynn Rider, we've got the Duke of Weaselton himself, and our foil is Tiana. That's another one. Right, 2 packs left to open. We got 2. We got 2 to go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Is there an Enchanted? Let us see. We got Merlin Squirrel. We got Felicia, my baby. We got the Queen of Hearts. We got Duke of Weaselton. We've got Happy, 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 Happy. Let the Storm Rage On. We got Fairy Godmother. Zero to Hero. Just like that. Slapped his face on every vase. Hey, we got another Scar. It's not a 4-1 this time, but yo, we take another Scar, and our foil is Gaston. Yo, all the Scars. Give me all of your vicious cheaters, should I say? Daddy isn't here to save you. Right, final pack of this video. We've got I'm Stuck. We've got Go the Distance. We've got Radigan. Oh, Radigan, the world's greatest criminal mind. I've discovered that my audience will forgive me doing nearly anything. Hold on, let me finish this. We've got Pain, we've got Dreadnought Jafar, we've got Honest John, we get a Queen, we loves to see it, and our foil is Tigger. Yeah, that's the last pack. I have discovered that my audience will forgive me almost anything if I, like, stutter my words, if I give incorrect information occasionally. Like my audience is really forgiving, like nothing gets called out, except when I fail to sing The World's Greatest Criminal Mind if it ever comes up in conversation. That apparently is unforgivable to my audience, and I'll tell you what, I am absolutely here for it. But yeah, that's it from me for now. If you're brand new to the channel, please do subscribe for all things Lorcana. Hit the like button to show your support, and we'll see you soon.